Welcome back. Well, for the markets, it's doing well. We have no complaints coming in. The advance decline ratio is positive as well. We have the Bank Nifty, which is up around 1.6%. IREDA is one of the big stocks of the day. Remember, it's gained around 36 odd percent this month itself and 79% this year. We have NBCC, which has done well as well, so up around 5 odd percent for that particular counter. But now let's go across to Manisha Gupta to take us through what she's tracking in the commodity space.
Thank you so much for that, Ekta. And joining me is a very special guest, Martin van Leeuwen, is CEO Research at International Zinc Association. Martin, hi, welcome to CNBC India. And it has been a great previous quarter and the month of April as well, as far as the base metal prices go. And zinc is no exception, because for the month of April, we are up by nearly 13 to 14% in case of zinc prices. What do you think is really fueling this fire, and how are you looking at the zinc demand globally?
Well, zinc is in a very good space at the moment. It's picking up demand again, and that's mainly caused by an improvement of economies all over the world. China is still not in a very good position at the moment in terms of the economy, but we have seen that in Europe, the energy prices have come down and the economies are picking up. The economy in North America is doing extremely well, and this is all well beneficial for zinc.
Martin, there are various reports as well suggesting that the zinc prices can gain further from here. What's your own sense?
Well, we have seen quite low zinc prices in recent months, around $2,500 per ton. It has been picking up now. Zinc price currently is about $2,800, $2,900 per ton. It's going up because of stronger markets, despite the fact that zinc price is still not high enough for most producers to continue operation. We still see some curtailments of mines in Europe and in North America, and I think we need a little bit higher prices now to reopen and restart these assets again. At the same time, we see a strong demand for zinc, particularly because of the energy transition. Zinc is well in demand for solar PV panels, for wind energy, and zinc is also adopted in galvanized steels for electrical vehicles with the transformation in the auto market.
How are you looking at the kind of supplies that are available right now, Martin, globally? Because we do understand that we are still in a bit of a surplus in this year, lesser than what we were in the previous year. But how do you look at the supply and demand numbers for 2024?
Well, let me first say that India is the biggest producer of zinc. You have a lot of zinc mines. There is a big zinc smelter in India. But zinc supply and zinc production in the world is well divided. There are close to 60 countries in the world that are mining zinc. There are over 50 countries in the world that are smelting zinc. So we are really not depending on one or a few countries. And I think that's good for zinc, because in any country, the production can be picked up again when demand increases. It's a versatile production, so to say, with different players in the market and different countries being active.
Martin, also, how are you looking at the demand growth globally? As you said, India is in a bright spot right now. So India demand growth vis-a-vis the global demand growth, how are you reading those numbers?
There's still a huge potential for India to pick up on zinc use. The average use of zinc is about 4 kilograms per capita globally. China is way above that, but India is only about 0.5 kg per capita. To put that into perspective, if you compare India with China with a similar kind of population, you would see that the demand and use of zinc in China is about 10 times higher than in India. And that shows for me the great potential of zinc use in India. In terms of renewable energy, for example, a lot of things are going on in India with solar PV projects, and solar does need a lot of zinc to protect those steel supports from corrosion. So I think India is well positioned for a bigger increase, in zinc use in these specific areas.
Martin, and very quickly, a final answer then. From half a kg of annual consumption, as you said, per capita is what India does. So if you look at an year-on-year growth in that sense, where do you see India then stand in the next 5 years, perhaps?
India would... I see a big pickup of zinc use in India, because it is needed to make our investments more durable, to make sure that the investments are protected, that steel is not corroded, so that we can make use of our cars longer by using zinc and protect them from corrosion. This awareness, this growth in awareness of protecting steel from corrosion by zinc is the biggest drive, I would say, for the use of zinc in India and pickup in the market.
Fair point that, Martin. Thank you so much for joining us. So clearly, demand growth is anticipated on the higher side, and Indian demand per capita is much lower versus the world. So this is a huge high up that India perhaps can see in case of zinc going forward. That's all the time that we have on Halftime Report. But stay tuned, because after the break, Business Lunch will take all the action forward.